Welcome to the Take2Crew. I am your co-host, Scoop.
Take2 Podcast Nation. What's up, baby? It's your boy, Mike.
Bang. Back at it. Bang. Mike, again, is shaking up the world.
You see it?
You were 2 for 2. And I just seen it pop up. You were 2 for 2.
This is crazy. I don't understand what's so hard about that. Like, I don't think it's not even controversial. I'm just saying, like, February is known for Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
They got this whole thing of March is themed Women's History Month.
Yep.
We have Black History Month. Nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is, can we get a month that's geared towards that? And everybody's saying every month is Men's History Month.
It's not.
Like, I don't agree with that statement.
I mean, like, even for Father's Day, for June, it's like Mother's Day is an extravaganza, okay? From March, April up until May, it's all this stuff about Mother's Day mixed with Easter. And then now Women's Month, right? For Father's Day, Juneteenth then took over. Like Juneteenth is considered a national holiday. Some companies are closed on Juneteenth, not on Father's Day, right? And then June is what? Pride Month. We can't win, bro.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
I mean, maybe breast cancer too.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm theming this stuff out. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna just do my history on the months and the themes, and I'm 100% sure I ain't gonna come across nothing that says Men's History Month or, we got something called Sweetest Day. You know
that? I've heard of Sweetest Day, but when is that?
Who knows? Because they don't celebrate. That's what I'm saying.
That was good, man.
I think it's somewhere in.
That was good.
I'm gonna look it up right now. But what you got what's on your agenda today, man?
What month do you think what month should go to men? We can't do January. Got Martin Luther King birthday, the start of the new year. Can't do February because half of that month is for Valentine's Day, and then Side Chick Day 15th to the 28th. And then we got can't do March as women's. Can't do April because that's spring break and Easter. What's in May? Memorial Day is in May. I don't know. Maybe we can get May. We need to like write our Congress about that. We need either May or August. Ain't nothing happening in August.
Sweetest Day is primarily a holiday for men. October 15th.
Man, they might as well put Sweetest Day in June with Pride Month. I don't want that.
Sweetest Day. That's what it says.
That's weird.
Idea is for women to give their boyfriends and husbands small gifts to commemorate their love.
Yo, don't look at I only got one arm. Look.
That's terrible.
All right,
and it's crazy because it changes. Sweetest Day this year is going to be on October 21st.
Okay. What's it going to be next year?
October 19th. And the year after that, October 18th.
That's the same thing like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is never on a day it's supposed to be on. Like I seen one year we had Thanksgiving on the 19th. Like that made no sense.
The third Saturday of every month. That's what the Sweetest Day is. But who celebrates? I'm gonna say that to somebody. Hey, happy Sweetest Day, man.
How can you say that in the most masculine way? Hey, yo, my man, happy Sweetest Day.
It is sweetest, like there's some sweet candy, not like sweetest.
Like you the sweetest?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm gonna call you like, yo, happy Sweetest Day, bro. I love you, man. Sending the candy and flowers your way in a minute.
You can't even. There's no cards in Dollar Tree for that either.
It's not. You gotta.
Yeah, that's an untapped market. We need to make some Fathers Club Sweetest Day shirts. I want half my cut. Just put that out there right now.
Ain't no cut because I ain't making it.
If I see a red shirt with a heart with FC in it, and Swedish Day, like, hey, you the sweetest.
I say that
Literally.
for Florida, the
Yeah.
Sunshine State.
I
All right, man, stop
mean,
playing. Stop playing around, man. Let's get into this.
I mean,
Let's
not for
get into
nothing.
this stuff.
I mean, all right. So listen, you guys. Uh, thank you for tuning in. Listen to our crazy antics early. Uh, this episode we're gonna bounce around a little bit everywhere, right? We're gonna end. We started ratchet. We're gonna bring you some positivity here, and then we're gonna end ratchet. All right, this is the story of our lives. So we're gonna take this time in the episode to wish condolences to our families. Monday was the 6th. Monday, yeah, it was Monday, right? Monday, March 6th, the matriarch of the Akins Who's and Dove family, Annie Mae Parrish, is our grandma. For my children, she's my great grandmother. She's my children's great grandmother, my wife's grandmother, and no, and that's Michael. That's Mike's children's great grandmother, and she earned her wings and she passed away. And we definitely, sincerely, we're feeling it. The family is feeling it. One thing I can say, Mike's gonna give his take on it, his feedback. Uh, I met grandmother. I met grandma in 2006 when we first started going to Triumphant Life Church. Back when it was House of Prayer, and I, I met her before I met my wife, so I didn't even know that it was my wife's grandmother. And so she was my grandmother from church. Like she was my spiritual grandmother. Slapped me in the face when she heard I was doing when I was out here acting the fool. I was like, oh, she loves me. And she was like, you need to stop that. But she really had my back. It was we had an amazing relationship. And then when I happened to marry my wife, and she became my grandmother in love, and it was amazing. And then that's on my wife's side. On my family side, my mother was diagnosed with uh, kidney failure, like in the mid 2000s, and from the moment she got it up until the moment she passed away, grandma was her nurse, and I did not know that. And then through Church Without Walls, ended up becoming friends with my grandmother up until her death. Come to find out, she used to go to this church called True Vine, her and my mother-in-law, and that's how she knows my grandparents and my father's family on my father's side. So, and then today I get a phone call from my older cousin, and she knew my aunt who passed away in like 1992. Grandma has been in my family the entire time, and I did not know it. So I thought it was amazing as I'm hearing all these stories, about how she's impacted so many lives, and I just have my own unique story with her. So it was sad because you don't want to see anybody go, but it's the fact that this person, she loved the Lord, number one, and then number two, she always showed love. Like if grandma had an issue, grandma had an issue, but she was somebody that you can talk to, and if she was biased at the time, she wasn't. She's what you want a grandmother to be, always having your back. And she had different relationships with all her grandchildren. And we had the pleasure of talking to her, the day before she transitioned. My wife and I, uh, talked to her when she mouthed "I love you" to me and my wife. She waved to my kids, and who would have known that it was a wave for a goodbye? But man, she's a beautiful woman, and um, I'm excited that we get to celebrate her like this, and you know, it's amazing.
Absolutely, she was definitely impactful from the time that I met her. I believe she was the only person who ever asked about me taking my blood pressure medication, like, or asking about, with the exception of like one or two other people. But she was main. She was really, really uh, concerned about my health. You know what I'm saying? Even when I didn't care about my health, she was definitely somebody. You didn't want to lie to her. So if you didn't take it, you didn't take it. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And she will definitely be missed. You know what I'm saying? She was, like you said, I mean, she touched so many lives. And things of that nature. But it's tough because just 2 months ago I lost my son, so it's like, man, you know, take the youngest in my family to almost the oldest in my family, and it's like you know, but
Yeah, man. The last time we
it's
seen her,
tough.
we talked to her. That was when I came to New Jersey. It was me and Mike in the house, and we just had a conversation. And it's like you don't. Everyone has a date. We get that. It's just some people you just expect them to live long, forever. And grandma's one
Absolutely.
of the people that you expect to live for forever. So to know that she's no longer here, it's sad, but she lived a beautiful life, man. 84 beautiful years.
Yeah.
It don't get no better than that. Like she didn't die because she was in the streets going crazy. That didn't happen. Like, like grandma was grandma. She was cool. Everybody there's legit like over off of Facebook, off of all her children posted and her grandchildren and her nieces and nephews and extended family. Everyone has a unique story and no one's story is connected except for the fact that the nucleus of the whole of everyone's story happens to be grandma. So, you know, we love you and we honor you and we
Yes,
love
will
we
definitely be missed, man.
yeah,
Definitely.
never no one can never fill her shoes. I will say that. A true matriarch of the family and yeah, man, we're gonna love her. All right, man. Let's balance this out with some ratchetness. Your boy John Morant, what's up, man? What's going on with your boy, bro?
Well, I gotta be my boy. You
I
know,
mean, you the basketball guy, so he
it,
automatic.
it's
You got
not
the
my.
Knicks.
He
You
closer to
got
you
the
than he
Knicks.
closer to me, ain't he?
Knicks. Memphis. He in Memphis, bro. Oh, Tennessee.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know. No
yeah,
matter.
man. So tell us what's going on with John Moran, bro.
For everybody who knows, it was a video that was leaked out, in regards to him apparently to be waving what appears to be a gun in the video, and being a celebrity for one, the face of your team, pretty much, maybe even the face of that city. Those things are frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about, in the previous videos, we talked about standards. You know what I'm saying? And things that we have to do to maintain that standard. So, he missed 2 games, and now it's to the point where it could be indefinite, maybe. Right now, it's more about what can he do now to, change that image and things of that nature going forward. Is this something that he's going to be forever remembered as, or was this a slap on the wrist one time thing where don't do it again? Uh, I recently seen earlier that he's still away from the team. At least 4 more games. That's what they're saying. No charges will be filed against him, so that's a good thing as well. But nonetheless, we're talking about you're a celebrity, and uh, we all have that. We all still got that ratchet mentality at times. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
we have to be able to channel. Like you said, it was an unfortunate situation where he didn't, he wasn't thinking. Let's say that, like you said, but he is I will definitely commend him because he is definitely taking full responsibility for the situation. I'm a little hurt by the feedback on a few videos that I saw, like people making fun of this, and I don't really think this ain't the platform for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we talk about guns, of course. That's never a touchy subject, but at the same time, kids, what, 23, 24 years old, you know, so just gotta be careful with when especially making these little parodies and stuff like that, man. That's when mental health and stuff locks in because you're trying to take responsibility for something like that, and people making a mockery of it, forcing to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
so, but my question to you would be, what do you think? You know, how do you separate? Let's talk about that because you're born and raised in Asbury Park, like myself. I happen to still be here or close to it, and you chose to go a different route, move out, and go somewhere else. How is that connection? Especially what you do in your line of work now. Where that split second decision. How do you channel that? How do you channel that? That how we say it, that inner beast.
I would say when it comes, especially with firearms, one that you did touch on is the fact that I do live in Florida, and me personally, I am a believer of the Second Amendment. I believe you should have the right to bear arms, but it's all about education, and it's also what do we say earlier? It's the perception of everything, right? Because if you look at the perception of firearms in New Jersey, it's from a legal standpoint. All
Mm-hmm.
these shootings, all these shootings happen. These young men getting arrested for possession of firearm uh, with uh, with deadly intent, right? So they get these charges because they got these guns that are not registered. They don't have the proper work done, and they don't have the proper paperwork, or they don't have the proper licensing. For me, it's different. I have my concealed carry weapon. I carry a concealed weapon. Uh, I'm in the process of purchasing, my first assault rifle and my first shotgun, right? Because for me, I actually like shooting. I shooting at a range, and we're in the process of joining a club. It's not the same mindset as it is in New Jersey, but
Yeah.
also you have to be responsible when you get your license. Excuse me. One thing they tell you is that you have to have that with you at all times, and also you have to let the police know, hey, listen, I'm carrying. If you're pulled over, hey, I'm carrying a firearm. Let them know either if it's on your person or you have it in your glove box, right? When I'm out and about, and I'm carrying, my mindset is not like, oh, somebody bumped me, I'm gonna pull my gun out. I'm that's that's never a thought of mine. I've had anger. Like I think we've all had episodes before where you get upset. But my first mindset is not to grab a gun. A
Yeah.
gun, a firearm for me is in the protection of myself or my family. So I'm not taking it to go commit a drive-by or I had beef with some ops. I hope I'm saying it right. But that's not because I don't know. That's not my mindset. My mindset is it's a line of protection. Like I can fight. Don't get me wrong. And I got baseball bats in the house, but you know what? These criminals, unfortunately, they're not coming into your house like let's fight. They're usually coming in with a weapon. So I just want to make sure that I have 17 options when I'm doing my thing. If in the event that something like that happens, and then I also want to educate my children as well. But in this case with John Morant, two things for me. Number one, for him to go on live and show a gun like that was irresponsible. You can't. First of all, we don't know if the gun is real or not. And it did say a few weeks ago it was an incident where someone said that he was brandishing a gun. So they do not know whether or not the gun is real. So I can't give my take on that. I just think that as a millionaire, there are better things you can be doing with your time other than on Instagram with your gun out. He didn't even hold it right. He looked crazy. But I also
See the
realized
video,
that
so
yeah, I also realized that the young man is 23. And when I was 23, I did some dumb things. You know what? And maybe it wasn't at the level of what he did. Still, it was irresponsible. So I think that for these athletes, especially the African American ones who come from the background that he's come from, as far as like being from what I was told, and I could be wrong, that he came up, he struggled coming up, and he may have those yes men around him. But
mm,
everyone doesn't have accountability partners. Because when you're young like that, you don't want somebody telling you no. So if you're a multimillionaire, because I heard him tell a story one time when he said he bought a car and his father was like, "Where my car at?" The mindset wasn't, "Hey, listen, son, are you investing your money right?" Right? Because sometimes these basketball players, what we don't talk about, they're the first time millionaires in their family. They're the first they're the first generation in their family who's not in debt. So just like we are like we can be the first generation to go to college, he's legit the first millionaire. So if he don't know how to manage his money, his family didn't know how to manage money either because they wasn't given that opportunity. So he just needs some elders around him who can show him what to do. And whether or not he takes that advice is totally up to him. But we were in the same boat. We were irresponsible. We had to have men and elders who went through what we went through and show us the right way. I don't think it was right for Shaq to say what he said. I think Shaq could have had a conversation. You know, Paul Pierce said something. He said, after I got stabbed, carried a gun everywhere I went. You don't understand when your life is threatened or you about to lose your life, towards your mindset is I gotta be protected at all costs.
Yeah,
You
living in those high crime areas. Excuse me. Living in those high crime areas, you definitely have to be mindful because everybody's not happy that you made it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying everybody's not
Correct.
happy that you are that you made it out. You know what I'm saying? And you have to really, really be conscious about even the people that you bring up with you that still have that mentality. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You know, regardless if they do something, the headline's not going to read, "Oh, Sean Jackson, is going to be member of John Morant's crew." You know what I'm saying? Like your
Yeah.
name is going to be attached to whatever the crime was done. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to be mindful of exactly the company you keep. This is one of those. This is one of those incidents because even in the video, somebody could be like, "Yo, what are you doing? Are you crazy?" You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know who you are?
Yeah.
And sometimes we feel like
He
we're
don't got
untouchable.
that. He don't got that around him. Like
You know?
his dad wants to be a celebrity, just like him.
Yeah. You you,
His
you seen
dad
that?
his dad courtside drip looking nice. He looked like Usher. Man,
Yeah.
his dad
I
wants to be a
didn't even.
celebrity.
I thought that dude was like. I didn't like. I don't really pay attention. Like he comes on TV a lot. For the most part, but I really don't pay attention to where his entourage is sitting or whatever, his father or whatever. It's just not something that catches my eye here and there. But you're right. And just a little teaser for my father's club show. Uh, we have to realize that, like you said, they becoming a first person in your family to do anything comes with pressure.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something positive. It comes with pressure. You know, and if we're not careful, we could lose it all, and then they lose it all.
That's right.
The problem is when you make it, I still have the opportunity to make it. But we go, no, my brother in the league, we good. No, you don't have to. Your outlet may not be the league, but your outlet could be accounting, marketing. You know what I'm saying? Something else where we do things that nature. I think LeBron did it the best.
Oh, that's how it's gonna go.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I think he did it the best where his people,
Absolutely.
like his crew is his boys, but they work and they build and they do the same thing. Let's take even Floyd Mayweather. He said the same thing about his bodyguard, his security team. He was like, "You my security team," but at the same time, build your own security team off what what you're doing with me. And that's what you have to do. That's what we have to do. We have to reinvent. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, but we should be a part of it turning. So that way,
Yeah.
if something happens to somebody, that's big time, we not like, yo, it's all right. Oh, what we gonna do? Ooh, we gotta pay bills. Nah, we good over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's people still in the NBA who retired, who's still getting paid. They've been removed from the league 10 years.
Yeah, Jamal Mashburn.
You know what I'm saying? Just a couple people like Jamal Mashburn for one, Kevin Garnett, uh, even Joakim Noah. Like, I'm pretty sure at some point these people did the balling out thing, but somebody was like, "All right, yo, you bugging." You know, that's not what we didn't make it this far to go broke. We didn't make it this far to go stupid. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I respect about, you know, LeBron James. Like 20 years in the league, keeps his nose clean. You know, it's literally you hear nothing but great things about this person. You
Yeah,
know, you don't even hear about him, you know, cheating on his wife, being on the road, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, everything you hear, oh, he opened up a school, you know, like whatever. Like all these other things. And even his son who wants to make a name for himself, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I like when he said that. He said, "I want to be Bronny because
Yeah.
I don't want to have to because he's a junior. He
Yep.
doesn't want to be because strictly in his father's footsteps. But
Yeah. But the NBA
it's
is going to do that. He
yeah,
go
of
pro,
course.
they're going to do that. Oh, LeBron James' son, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you don't want. That's the pressure you don't want to put on your children or your family member. You don't want them to carry the burden of your mistakes.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying? Going forward,
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? He's going to be remembered. This is attached to his legacy. Somebody's going to be like, oh, you know, John Moran. John Moran, who? Oh, the dude that waved the gun or whatever. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this is going to
absolutely.
end up happening, and we don't want that stigma to be lingering around for too long.
Yeah, I think
So,
a big thing would be to you have to. The theme would be to find people who will no longer always need you. For example, like you said, LeBron James came in, five of his best friends. Now those guys have their own destiny. They do not need LeBron James. If LeBron decides to retire, it's not going to stop their former income. Rich
exactly.
Paul, good. Maverick, good. And I can't think of the other guys' names, but and also just another thing, Kevin Hart, the Plastic
Yeah.
Cup Boys.
Yeah.
Everybody's in position to do their own thing. Some of his guys are writing on other shows and other networks. I see one of the guy in the Tyler Perry show. And then you got Boss, his trainer. Him and Kevin Hart took what they were doing and took it global. The theme was find people who are not going to need you. For example, like what I don't like about the whole John Moran thing, not just him, but even on his father. Like this is why fathers are important. We are so quick to praise his dad, but we don't praise LeVar Ball. Three sons, professional basketball players, kept all their noses clean. You know, they made fun of him with the baller brand, but look what he did. You don't see his sons getting into fights. His sons ain't flashy guns, but what we legit was like, you know what, you don't need that. But that's a strong father. That's what you want in your life. Your kids should know that even as adults, that they still respect you enough that they don't want no foolishness to be on their name because they ain't fair what you're gonna say to them or how they're gonna look towards you. There's nothing wrong with that. It just perception is everything.
That's good.
Perception is everything, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can let us know what you think about the situation, or nonetheless, you know, what you think his reputation or even his what his penalty should be. You know, some of us are going to say, "Oh, it was his first time. He slap on the wrist." You know, let him play basketball again. But you know, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You know, something definitely has to be done, whether it's a fine or a suspension. You know, right now he's away from the team, and most importantly, you know, I hope he getting his mind right and getting himself together. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And hopefully, someone's speaking into his ear on a positive note. You know, so
I would think that a good I won't say a form of punishment it didn't have nothing to do with him playing basketball. So for him to be suspended for 4 games, I think it's 4 games as of now. It wasn't definitely, but I think it's 4 games. I really don't see the need for that. I would like for him to, not on a media standpoint, but I would like for him to get connected with some people in the communities around there, just so he can see like these kids that are struggling. I'm pretty sure he came from that, but maybe he's so far removed that he don't remember what it used to be like. Sometimes you need that humble pie. Come into
Yeah,
these houses and have these conversations with these mothers, these single parent homes, or these dads that are trying to figure it out. Come on,
absolutely.
fathers, come to Fathers Club. Like, not trying to be funny, but I'm serious. Like, maybe he needs to have, maybe he needs to have these conversations and to see like, you were blessed. There are many people who wish they can be in your shoes right at this moment. Don't waste your opportunity, because the beautiful thing about history is, as long as you're breathing, you can always rewrite your own history.
Yeah,
Take this, take this as a step back, analyze what you did, and then overcome it. You know what? Listen, man, I'm a volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club, or I'm gonna give my time to these local charities so that I can really value, the opportunity that I have, because the way the NBA is set up, at any moment they can take it away from you. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like Nike, even just if Nike's in the process of trying to pull the branding from him. And then one more thing with the shooting, if you notice, a lot of people who end up dying, they die in the hood. Got Nipsey Hussle, XSX, 10, what, Temptation, whatever, right? I think it's like Temptation or Temptation. My kids see this video and they'll correct me, but they were in the hood, and then didn't even have no intention on dying, and boom, look what happened. PNB Rock grabbing food, somebody seen him, though they seen him, got it lit, robbed that man, killed him. It happens, man. It's unfortunate, but I don't. And then I don't. I'm cool with you having a gun, but just be responsible.
yeah, that's it. That's what it all comes down to. It's like you said, it's your perception that matters the most. But you ain't the only one. I'm pretty sure you ain't the only athlete with a gun. You just got to be smart about it. You know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We move on from that situation, and like I said, I pray the best for him. He comes
Yeah,
back, on a high note. The team is doing really well. You know, but he's a big part of their success. So
absolutely. They definitely need him. They definitely
yeah.
need him.
So, but yeah, man.
All right. So listen, man. Before we end, we got 5 minutes. I want to say this is why we talked about perception is everything. Me and my son is in the store tonight, and I'm talking about it, man. I ain't gonna show the picture. I'm talking about it. My son starts sneezing, right? And this lady looked at him like she's disgusted, right? This lady had on booty shorts, orthopedic shoes, and compression socks. Like, you look crazy. Don't look at my son crazy. You are here with shoes because your arches hurt. And you got the nerve to be trying to disrespect my son. Like, don't be looking at my kid crazy. He's sneezing. He'll get over it. It's allergies. Florida, it was 80 degrees yesterday. It's like 60 now. All right? This weather is crazy. So my son started sneezing, lady looking at him like he crazy, man. She got me confused. All right. There's no more to the story with that. Don't look at my
I'm
kids
looking
crazy.
like
Yeah, there's no more
I
to the
have
story.
no idea where he's going with this, but
Yeah. Don't look at my kids crazy if you don't got
I'm with it.
lotion on your legs, all right?
I'm
Yeah.
with it.
My girl
Yeah.
likes to wear them same shoes. All right.
The two straps
Listen,
on?
man. Yeah, the big straps, right? The big straps, the big Velcro.
Okay. That's
I like
terrible.
opening a pack of cookies. That's how it sounds. Go ahead, man. How can you be reached?
Oh, Facebook. Michael Drake, man. Instagram, humble_beast 87. Yeah. And you could definitely follow me on YouTube for my solo podcast project, Father's Club, My Brother's Keeper podcast. I've been getting some good feedback. I definitely appreciate everything that's been, all the love that's been, shared and things of that nature. So just because I'm doing this solo project, we're still going to be doing this thing here. I want everybody to understand that, we're not
break
Milli
up the
Vanillion. We're
Migos.
not breaking this thing up here. What's up, man?
All right, so this week I'm shooting my first episode of my new podcast. I can't get the name out yet. That's how, like that's what they say. Like we're not. Mike has content. I have content. We just enjoy having conversation. Like this, we talk hours on end. So the fact that you guys get a good strong 40, like listen, it's stuff we just can't talk about on here. All right. But listen,
Absolutely.
got a new show coming out. Be dropping a name pretty soon. Gonna shoot our first episode this week. You can find me on Instagram at scoop_Hampton. Tyreek Hampton on Facebook. Do not add me on LinkedIn. If you see this guy, Black Greg, all right, this is a fake page, okay? Somebody clone me, man. Black Greg is fake. Go to his page.
Black Greg.
Black Greg. Go to Black Greg's page and block him, man. He is trying to be me. He took a good picture.
That sound like a corporation office nickname.
Man, you got my old coworkers who Caucasian. like it ain't me, bro.
Did Greg come to work today? Who? Greg who? Black Greg.
Divorced from Chicago. Like he had a nerve to follow me. Come on, Black Greg. Get your life together, man.
Somebody trying to use you to catfish.
Somebody has to do it.
Somebody going to use you for catfish. You gonna be with your wife in the supermarket.
I'm like, Greg, I'm like, you talking to?
You're gonna be right in the supermarket with your wife. Somebody gonna run up.
Yeah,
someone gonna run up on you.
He Black Greg on Instagram and Facebook. You ignorant, bro. With a bunch of African friends. You try to set somebody up. Talking about I'm a young prince. Send me $5,000 and I'm gonna send you $1 million. Then some dummy gonna send the money, and then they're gonna be looking at me. And when I see the lady, she's gonna be on my 600-pound life. I don't need that problem in my life, right? I don't need these issues, man. Block Black Greg, okay?
You don't. Block Black Greg. Block Black Greg. I can't even say that 3 times fast.
Block Black Greg.
BBG. There you go. BBG, baby.
BBG.
Hashtag BBG, man.
All right, man. Listen, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment, and then if you want to get on our show, let us know. We really need this. We're really trying to get somebody on here, man. All right, we don't want to be Charlamagne and DJ Envy. We're trying to get somebody on here. You want to come? Get on here with us? Spit that crack. Hit us up.
Check it out. Yes.
All right. 2 fingers, 1 love.